What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Monday live stream. I asked you guys if I was going to do the live streams on Sundays, and now it's turned back that I'm doing them on Mondays again. I keep planning to do it on Sundays, but then I get wrapped into football, and then my wife and daughter are doing something else. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get back to doing them on Mondays unless something else works out. But hopefully, you guys are doing fantastic. It's been a kind of crazy week, and if you can believe it, I had another leak. They put a water gauge that was like a water pressure gauge onto um, my water heater, and it was like 6 months ago, and that started leaking, and my dog notified of me. She like went into my laundry room and was like scratching at the closet, and so I figured it out last night that I had a leak coming out of my water heater. I had to deal with that all last night. But anyway, that's not what you guys are here. We're here for fragrances. Today I am wearing Bond Number 9 New Harlem. It's like 40 degrees outside right now. It's super cold. So I'm wearing this. It is like pancakes and syrup with a little bit of spice and aromatic backtones. It's a very beautiful fragrance. I'm so happy they brought it back. But let me know what your scent of the day is. Hopefully, all of you guys are doing well. I got a bunch of fragrances sent to me by Mo. So, welcome to Mo's, one of my moderators, Mo. He sent me Kenzo Power, Nikos Sculpture Parfum, AJMAL, and that is Evoke Midnight, Mizensir Perfect Oud, not Oud Perfect. That's what I put in the caption, but it's Perfect Oud, not Oud Perfect. The brand new Tumi Dusk, and then the last one is Molinard Figue or Fig. It's Figue. I think it's pronounced Figue, but hopefully everybody's doing good. Let's see what you guys are all up to. I know Gian was in the chat before, and he said I tried the new Tumi at Von Maur yesterday. I never heard of that place, so I'm not sure if I pronounced it right. It's pretty good, but I don't know if it's worth the price. It's pretty much how I feel about all the Tumis, but I'll talk about that in a bit. What's going on anyway, Gian? And then we got Neil. I guess I'll hang out here. Strong with you, tobacco. Can't go wrong with that. I guess it's cold where you're at too, because that's definitely a good. What's up, Brandy? Definitely a good fragrance, but for the cold weather. Traffic. How you doing, buddy? Um, Good evening. What's up, Kevin? Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and hopefully that you're being safe because of all the hurricanes. My brother lives in Tampa, so if Ross, if you are listening to this, hopefully you are safe. I know that they had to be evacuated, so what's up, Newt? Creed Bois de Portugal, one of my favorites of this year. I know it didn't come out this year. It's just I tried it originally this year, so it's a really good fragrance. But there's the Mo, the special guest for today. Even though he's not going to be on the live stream, he sent me these, put them in these nicely wrapped little packages. But thank you, Mo, for sending me all these fragrances. I haven't tried any of these, but I did earlier spray on Molinard Figue. Or Fig. I'm just going to call it Fig. Molinard Fig. It's definitely a good fragrance, but I'll be able to tell you guys about that more in a second. Doesn't look like we have 13 people, so make sure to hit that like. It takes 2 seconds. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. I didn't expect it to be a busy live stream. I haven't been too active, and that's on me. I did ask you guys if you didn't see, I posted a community tab post this week starting on Tuesday. So, not tomorrow, or yeah, starting on Wednesday. Not tomorrow, but Wednesday. I have a bunch of meetings tomorrow, but on Wednesday, I'm doing top 10 week. So if you guys have any lists that you want me to do, top 10s, or just like 10 fragrances that, just go onto my community tab. Let me know what you would like me to do. And if I choose your topic, then I will put it in my videos Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So hopefully you guys are doing great. Sandy from across the pond, hopefully you're doing well as well. It's really late for you, so I'm happy you were able to join. Parfums de Marley Hobdon, can't go wrong with that. It's kind of like Parfums de Marley's version of Initio's Oud for Greatness, but I actually prefer Hobdon a little bit more, even though both of them are really good fragrances. But I do want to start out with this one. I want to start out with Tumi Dusk, just because it's brand new. And I'm going to be doing a review of it later this week, or next week, I guess, since this is top 10 week. And I doubt it's going to make the top 10, and it's a decant. So, anyway, let's get that was where the Molinard is. So, Let's spray this on my hand. It's a new release, so I'm spraying it on my hand. Smells very, very, very familiar. Not exactly like anything, but I mean, it's immediately. I don't know if this is just me, like it's playing tricks on my mind, but it kind of smells like Versace Pour Homme, but with like an extra added bit of citrus and aromatics. It has this creamy tone that you get from like the original Allure Homme Sport, the Versace Pour Homme, Missoni Wave. It has that vibe to it. So, who was the person who just said that about? Was it Traffic or Neil or? Yeah, I'm on the other side of PA from you. Okay, you're on Philadelphia area, I guess. Um, Wait, let's see. Oh, it was Gian. Gian said that he tried the new Tumi and he doesn't know if it's worth the price. Based on what I'm smelling, it smells great, and the bottle's pretty cool. It looks like a midnight blue version of the Tumi bottle. This might have a little bit of like a eucalyptus or a minty tone to it as well, which even adds to that kind of Allure Homme Sport style because it has a little bit of that minty tone to it. I mean, this isn't exactly like those, but I mean, you could easily say that this was like a flanker of Allure Homme Sport or a flanker of Versace Pour Homme, and I don't think any would bat an eye because there's definite differences, but it has that straight DNA, that kind of creamy, aromatic, woody fragrance with a citrus top. Bit green for sure, but I mean, I really enjoy it. I think it's really nice. Very, very wearable. I mean, if I didn't smell any of those other fragrances, which every one of those I would give an 8.5 or higher, just based on this opening, I would easily give this an 8.5. But that is where, in contrast, it comes in where, like Gian said in the comment that I still have pinned, um, is it worth the money? To me, releases usually come out around the $200 mark, maybe a little bit more than that. Do I think that's worth it? No, because there's other fragrances out there that smell like it, but it does smell great. And that little bit of a minty tone to it, I'm not sure what that's coming from. Let's pull up the notes so we can at least get familiar with it. To me, what's the name of it again? Is it Tumi Haze? Why can't I think of the name right now? Tumi Dusk. I had it on the thing. I'm looking it up. Give me 1 second. Tumi Dusk. Yeah, that bottle's sick. I might just buy it for the bottle. But let's see. All right. It has a 4.9 out of 5. That means there's a lot of people that haven't clicked on it yet. So it says ozonic aquatic, fresh, spicy, green, citrus, musky. The ozonic part I get. Aquatic, not much. Top notes of bergamot and lemon, mid notes of violet leaf and pepper, and base notes of musk, vetiver, and amber. Yeah, that's definitely not spelling it out. Because there's definitely a minty quality to this. The violet leaf is there, and it's pulling in a little bit more mixed with that pepper, so it's given like a spicy violet that has a little bit of a watery undertone, which is what I'm guessing is what they're calling the aquatic part of it. It's not very aquatic. It just has this kind of watery violet with a little bit of spice. But on top of that, it has this creamy ambery woods. So like an amber wood that might be mixed with sandalwood, a little bit of citrus, so that lemon bergamot mixture, but it's not like a heavy citrus like you would get from the new Versace or like Mancera's lemon line where they're really heavy citrus. The citrus is really blended in here like Allure Homme Sport is, and then you mix that together with like a minty green tone, and then underneath that is where you get that musk and that violet leaf and pepper. But I like it. I think it's like an 8.5 from me, but that is where again, well, you have to take into context what the price is. So Tumi, I'm looking it up again. Dusk, $148.75 on Macy's website right now for the 15% off. That's a good price. I don't think that price is bad. So actually, with that price range, I'm gonna go with that's a nice purchase. I'm probably going to go pick that up. And actually, Mo just said something. 45 minutes north of Philly. Yes, that's close enough. Kind of like I'm 20 minutes south of Pittsburgh, but I consider myself from Pittsburgh. Hobdon is underrated for sure. I completely agree. Is my most recent peak pick. I can't talk today, but I have what, like 6 or 7 Parfums to Marley's. I had 8 or 9, but I sold 2 of them. I sold Wajan because I just didn't get enough wears out of it, and there's other fragrances in that realm that I like more. And then I sold Godolphin because, again, didn't get enough wears out of it. But Hobdon, I have 25 milliliters of decant, so there's no reason for me to pick that up right now, especially because I own Oud for Greatness, and they are twin brothers, seriously. Just a solid designer. Was waiting, and the thing is if you think about it, right now, Chanel Allure Homme Sport runs for 145 or so on discounters if you can find it on discounters. If you don't, it's 175 plus. Missoni Wave is probably the best in that realm, but this again has this minty quality to it that I actually like. It has like this mint. It's almost like if you took a Allure Homme Sport or Versace Pour Homme and you mixed it together with, I don't know, like a minty blue. So what other minty blues are out there? I think I saw Mo gave a good description. It's kind of like if you took together like Versace Pour Homme and mixed together with Mont Blanc Legend Blue. That would be a really good apt description. I was actually thinking more of kind of like the minty tone from the new Zaharoff, but that goes a little bit too much. I just dropped 2 of the decants. Give me 1 second. All right. So, yeah, but I agree. It's a solid designer. But if you look at the designer prices, what I was getting at, if you look at the designer prices right now for new releases, you're looking at between the range of $150 to $200 right now. That's just what it is. There are some designers that are below that and some that are above that. But for the most part, you're looking between 150 or 125 to 175 on average. So, I mean, this is 148 at Macy's with the Friends and Family sale, which is going on right now. So I'd say that's a good pickup if you like that style of fragrance. Is it something that like you need to go pick up? No. I think you should try it out first if you can. Like again, Mo sent me the decant, so thanks to Mo. But I do think that I would buy a bottle of this. It's a very very easy wear fragrance, and it smells very nice. It doesn't seem like it's pushing out too heavy, but it's not like intimate yet. But we did spray it on about 5-10 minutes ago, so we will have to see. Agreed, it smells very safe, but not nothing worth retail. I mean, it's probably 175. I think is what I saw. It's 175 on the Tumi site, so 148 on the Macy's sale is actually not bad. Yeah, Dusk, my bad. I was again not thinking that I had it right in front of me. Wajan is one of my favorites. It was my favorite PDM when I first got it. And you can ask Mo and all of them. When I first bought it, it was like 4 or 5 months into my channel. Wajan, it was great. It was just the thing is I could only wear it during the fall. And then it kind of reminds me of like an Oriental spiced version of Angel Share or 1 Million Privé in that realm while doing its own thing. And while I do like it, there was something about that Oriental spice that started to hit me to be very personal enjoyment. And I just was like, you know what? And somebody asked me when I was doing one of my sales, hey, would you like to trade this? And I forget, I think it was, what was that? It might have been Aventus Cologne. And they said, I'll trade you my full Aventus Cologne for your PDM Wajan, and I'll throw in these 2 other designer fragrances. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And so that's where my Wajan went. So anyway, scent of the day is Downtown Deja Vu. I actually really like that fragrance. But what's going on, Mike? If you guys haven't followed Fragrance Fraternity, definitely go over and check him out. I'm going to probably be doing a live stream with him soon. I haven't gotten contact with him, but now I remember. So, Mike, I'll contact you soon. What's up, Tony? Dude, greetings from San Francisco. I hope everything is well. It's going great. If you guys saw the Steeler game last night, there was an hour delay. That was because there was so much lightning out that the sky was like white. And then not only that, there was like quarter size hail balls that were coming down. So it was crazy weather last night. But anyway, what's going on, Tony? Hopefully you're doing well. Dior Homme Sport, or Dior Sport is great. Dior Homme Sport. Obdon is not similar to. You're thinking of Haltane. Oh, he said Hobdon. Sorry, you're right. Jeremiah, you're right. I thought he said Haltane. Hobdon is like a caramel apple. That's my bad. I was thinking Haltane. You're 100% correct. But yeah, Hobdon is the one that smells kind of like a spicy caramel apple. I really like that. It's basically fall in a bottle. So sorry to anybody who is listening to me say that, because Haltane is the one that smells like Oud for Greatness. Those are like twin brothers. I have 25 milliliters of that. Hobdon, I don't own, but I am going to buy a bottle of it at some point in time. I actually completely forgot about that until Jeremiah. Thanks for reminding me. That one, it's literally fall in a bottle. But it also might be right up the aisle of should I get it, because it falls right in that path of Wajan, where I feel like I can only wear it in one season. But yes, Jeremiah, you are right. That was my fault. Start dropping I do it every single live stream. If you could see my setup, it's because it's so cluttered right here. I need to get some kind of table and a better setup. But with that said, I just always have my decants right here, and I knock them down whenever I'm typing. What's going on, Silverino? Hopefully you're doing fantastic. Greetings from Bangkok. What's going on, man? Sniff Snob. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day as well. But across the world, we got people from Europe. We got people from Bangkok. We had somebody from Brazil earlier. So all around the world. Hit that like. Yeah, thank you so much. It takes 2 seconds. Rockin' FA Liquid Brun and Panache. Nice. I haven't heard of that, but sounds very, especially if it's called Brun and Panache. It sounds really good. Mikey, what's going on? I'm fantastic. Favorite Louis Vuitton fragrance is Pacific Chill, followed by Imagination. Honestly, I'm not overwhelmingly excited about Louis Vuitton fragrances, because I feel like for the most part, there's other better options. Like Afternoon Swim, you can get other options out there that are much better. Even though I love Afternoon Swim, it's just there's other cheaper options. It's more the price range that is just a little bit ridiculous. The new Lovers smells terrible. There's like Meteor I haven't tried, so I heard that one's good. But Imagination is kind of like their version of L'Homme Ultime. A little bit soapier, but I really like that fragrance. But Pacific Chill is unisex, but it's one of the best spring and summer fragrances in existence. It's one of my favorite fragrances, not just Louis Vuitton, out of all of them. It was one of the best releases, if not the best release of 2023. Hobdon is definitely worth it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy a bottle. Let's get it. What's going on, man? How you doing, King Elias? Scent of the day is Baby Cat. Yeah, it's 40 degrees here, but Baby Cat might be my scent of the night. I might have to wear that after I get out of my shower, because when I'm done with you guys, I'm going for my run. Because last night I couldn't because of the hail. I would have died. The hail was so thick that I would have died. Or at least got knocked out by it. But I need to go out tonight and do a double run. But anyway, after that, I'm going to take my shower and probably wear Baby Cat. So, great choice. Hobdon is more versatile. It's more versatile than Wajan. You're right. It's just, for me, that caramel appley vibe and the amount of fragrances I have, I'm going to end up buying it. I'm just trying to convince myself not to, because I just spent so much money on my house, over $10,000. So it's, yeah. Just imagine Randy's floor is an ocean of decants he has to wade through. You have no idea. Traffic, whenever I had to go through my decants, I think I was talking to Mo or something. I was going through my decants, and I have a big box of decants that's like this big. That's just one of my boxes, and it was over there on my nightstand. And I went and to grab it, and one of the sides of the box broke open, and all the decants went everywhere. It went underneath the vanity. I mean, it was everywhere. It literally was a sea of decants that I had to wade through. So you're actually not wrong. Um, if you had $50 gift card to use at Macy's along with their sale, what three colognes would you consider purchasing? Even with their sale and a $50 gift card, you are not getting three colognes. You're probably not even getting one, because it's a 15% off sale, and most fragrances now are 100. Like I said, on average, 125 to 175 maybe. But if you changed and add a zero to the end of that and said if I had a $500 gift card to use with Macy's along with their sale, what three colognes would I consider getting? Um, the first one would be Tom Ford's the ombre leather, the new one. I don't care what anybody says about that. I think it's the ombre leather lovers that really are not liking the new de ombre leather. I love that stuff. It kind of reminds me if you took ombre leather and pushed it down, and then on top of it, speaking of baby cat, added baby cat. It smells like baby cat mixed together with ombre leather. And I love that stuff. So that would be definitely number one. Number two would be I need to repurchase a bottle of Boss Bottle, the original, because I just ran out of it and I use it as a lot of layering. So I would probably buy that, even though it's only like 30 bucks on discounters. So I'd probably use that for the discounters. Um, I would buy this new Tumi. I mean, it's on Macy's, so why not? I would throw that in there. And then one fragrance that I've always been wanting to get, and I think Macy's does have it, is Chanel's Allure Homme Sport Cologne. It's the only Allure Homme Sport that I don't have because they don't have it to test in my area. But I've always wanted to get that, so I would get the ombre leather, Allure Homme Sport Cologne, and the Tumi Dusk. So hopefully that helps. There's a lot of other fragrances I would buy, like Bad Boy Elixir, Bleu de Chanel Parfum, because I'm just about out of mine. YSL Lay Parfum, because I'm just about out of mine. So, yeah. Listening while walking the dogs. Hey, can't go wrong with that. I'm a huge dog person, so if you're a dog, how about I went to Autumn Fest yesterday, and I was there, and there was this little teacup dog, and I went up to pet it, and it literally laid its head in my hand sideways and just started licking my hand from like while it was laying. I was like, yeah, dogs recognize dog lovers, and I'm just huge into dogs. I hate cats, but I like dogs. But I'm allergic to cats, so. Anchorage, Alaska. Oud, hey, see, we're all over the world, man. Anchorage, Alaska is such a beautiful place. It's one of my top favorite destinations that I've been to. I went on one of those cruises up in Alaska. Oh, that place is great. I actually am jealous of you for living there. Um, we got to get into some more fragrances, but let me get to the bottom of here. I'm a little bit behind. 35 degrees and currently 48. A few more weeks and we'll have snow. That is nuts, Red Salmon. I do like your name, though, because, I mean, it makes sense. Uh, that was Fragrance World's French Avenue Liquid Brun. Is that what you were trying to say? Okay. I love Baby Cat. Baby Cat's amazing. I'm actually, that's one of my next purchases because Ross sent me this kind of like 20 milliliter, and I'm not really almost out of it, but Baby Cat, from what I hear, is discontinued. So before it's actually gone, I need to get it. Not a fan of the new Boss Bottle. Reminds me of Interlude Man by Amouage. I've actually heard that. I've also heard Parfums de Marley Leighton. I've also heard like 3 or 4 other things. My area doesn't have it, and I've already told you guys because I had to get a new air conditioner and furnace. I've been putting off fragrance purchases until at least November. That's just something that I have. I mean, I need to build my savings back up after spending almost $10,000. So, with that said, I am holding off on buying fragrances. I've been trying to find that one. I found the new yellow Valentino Uomo the Gold. I am doing a review on that, not this week, but the coming week. They let me take a decant, but it is basically Valentino Uomo Yellow Dream mixed together with the Intense. That is exactly it. So if you like those two, take the Intense and then add in a little bit more of spice and vanilla, and that's exactly what it smells like. It smells nice. It's nothing to really write home about though. Just sold my bottle of Hobdon. It's great, but I've sit with it for a couple years, and it has Middle Eastern vibe, almost too much for me. That's how I felt about Wajan. There was something about that Oriental Middle Eastern spice that just, or the Oriental spice in it that kind of just made me. I don't know if I want to wear this that much, so I decided to trade it. Um, but yeah, it is a light gourmand because that candy apple vibe. So you have to enjoy smelling like dessert with Habdon. I actually like fragrances that make you smell like a dessert. I've always been a gourmand fan. Any French Avenue is a. I'm not sure what that question means. Any French Avenue is worthy blind buy. Are you asking me if it is, or are you saying is there a brand called French Avenue? I've never heard of a French Avenue, a brand, but I'm guessing you're saying any French Avenue from a brand French Avenue. I know there's a fragrance called French Avenue, but if there's a brand called French Avenue, then that's good to know. Perfect description of Eau d'Ombre leather. That's what it smells like to me. I don't know why people are hating on it. There's a lot of reviewers, and I just think it's the people who are real big ombre leather fans that were hoping for something else. I love it, and my wife is obsessed with it. So I'm buying it. It's just she even agreed. Just put fragrance buying on hold for at least a month so we can build up some savings real quick. Leighton versus Hobdon peeps. I wore Leighton yesterday, and I have to say, while I like that fragrance, that thing that people always said about how it has that menthol vibe to it, I sprayed it on yesterday, and I was like, why am I only now? I don't know if it's because it macerated for another year since I wore it, but I got that menthol vibe. And while I still wore it and I still really enjoyed it, I got the menthol vibe, and I can understand why some people don't like it. But with that said, I'd still go with Leighton. Leighton, even with the menthol vibe, I still like it. What else? Well, I have tried Molinard. I'm gonna get to Molinard Fig here in a second, or Fig. Um, I've tried Gingembre, or is that what it was? Let's see. Molinard. Yeah, Molinard Gingembre. It's basically like Mizensir Oud, but for like $50. Very, very one of the best cheapy ginger fragrances you can try. I tried that. I think that was courtesy of Newt. But I really enjoy that fragrance. It's the only other one from Molinard that I have tried. Both of them came from my moderators, so thank you guys. Um, Team Hobdon, Team what he said. Wajan versus Hobdon that's an interesting battle. I still favor Wajan. I I don't know. They're both in the same realm for me, but I would probably have to go with Hobdon only because of the feeling that I have towards Wajan. I still like it. I still like both of them. Still think that they're definitely blind buy worthy for people who like that style. It's just I have other fragrances I like more in that same realm. Planning on buying my first niche this Christmas. Thinking of Herod and Monkey Special. Monkey Special is a really tough buy for the first niche, especially if you haven't tried it before. If you have tried it and you know you like it, kudos to you. But a safer blind buy is whoop. I do that every live stream. Herod. It's one of my favorite fragrances. It's a beautiful, um, like honey cinnamon tobacco fragrance, and it's a moist tobacco, and it has this kind of ambery woody tone underneath it. It's a very beautiful, very mass appealing fragrance, and it's a very easy introductory niche scent. While Monkey Special is not a very mass appealing introductory niche scent. And I can tell you that because I know about 50% of people in FragCom aren't a huge fan of Monkey Special, and the other 50% just love it. I'm kind of right in the middle. I like it, but I'm not like over the moon about it. So I would say that Herod is probably the best one to pick up, unless you've already tried both of them. But if you're going for blind buy, Herod is a much easier blind buy and cheaper. Leighton and Herod are probably my favorite two darker PDMs. Those are probably my favorites as well. My favorite PDM is Sedley overall. That and Herod. Have you tried OFG Neo yet? What's OFG? Oh, Oud for Greatness Neo. No. I saw you say that earlier, and I was trying to figure out what that meant when you put OFG. But yeah, Oud for Greatness Neo, I have not tried, but I have heard from a lot of people that it really just smells like Oud for Greatness. Don't quote me on that because I'm just going by what other people have told me. But no, I have not tried it. I've seen it a couple times, but no. All right. There's more people that are talking, so continue chatting away. I'm gonna go with Molinard Fig or Figue. I already sprayed this on my left hand, so I'm not even gonna worry about a test strip. So, what does Molinard Figue smell like? It smells great. It's actually a more wearable version of Acqua di Parma's Fico de Amalfi if you mix it together with the women's light blue intense. Don't ask me why. I just automatically chose that. But as soon as I sprayed it on, I told all my moderators, I said, it's a better version of Fico de Amalfi mixed together with light blue O Intense. It has that beautiful fig. It's high quality. It has this effervescent feeling to it. And then it's mixed together with the citruses that you get. And it smells exactly like the citruses that you get from light blue O Intense, like the lemon and a little bit of like this florally undertone that you get from that fragrance. While it's, if you guys don't know, light blue O Intense for women is 100% a unisex fragrance. And so you take that and you mix it together with, again, a heavy dose of fig. And that's exactly what you have in this fragrance. And I think that it is beautiful. It is not going to be for everybody. It does have this sparkling aura about it, kind of like of that of, well, I always do the wrong fingers. Isola Blue. It has that kind of like sparkling aura to it, mixed together with that fig and then that citrus. But compared to, it's the DNA that they have for the Molinards, at least the one that I have tried, the Gingembre. This one has that same kind of sparkling effervescence. The other one was a sparkling ginger. While this one, it actually kind of seems like it is the ginger. It's not. It's the fig mixed together with the lemon with that sparkling effervescence that you get. It almost feels like a cashmerean, but it's very, very beautiful. I would recommend trying this. It also has this kind of green edge under it, and I really like that part about it as well. So if you like green fragrances, green, fruity, fresh, that's the one. I'm telling you, it's unisex through and through. So if you don't like ones that might lean a bit feminine, you might not want to go with this because this is straight down the middle unisex. But I recommend trying this, and they run between like 40, 50 bucks. So Molinard Fig, yeah, I can tell you, it's a definite pickup for me. I mean, this and the Gingembre I'm buying at the same time. They are 100%. They're noteworthy fragrances, especially if you like the note of fig. It's better than Fico de Amalfi. I'm 100% sure of that. And you tell me 50 people who have tried Fico de Amalfi and this fragrance, and you tell me that 90% of them don't like this one better, I'm going to tell you that you're lying because it's just not going to happen. This one, it feels higher quality, it smells better overall, and it has a better blend. You have it, and it's a good fragrance. Thanks. I'm glad you agree with me. Newer batches of Leighton actually have more of that fresh apple and less menthol vibe for anyone wondering. Mine's about 4 years old, so I would say that's interesting. But I also know the newer batches, apparently, of the PDMs like Leighton and Herod, don't have the best performance. But again, I'm just reaching and going by what a lot of people are saying. Sorry, my friend, French Avenue is part of a fragrance world, and they have higher end oils. Oh, yeah, I have no idea, but um, Fragrance World, any of them that I've tried for Fragrance World have always been pretty good clones. So I'm guessing French Avenue is also just a higher end clone, kind of like how Armoff has different levels of clones as well, like ones that are like $10, ones that are $30, ones that are $60. So I'm guessing that's the way that it's going to. Got Molinard Lavande. I'm guessing that's lavender. Um, and they have pretty easy names that you can figure out what's in it. Very earthy, quality natural lavender. There we go. Gets compared to Tom Ford Lavender Extreme. I want to try vanilla, patchouli, and citrus note. Well, if I'm guessing if you like those notes, like if you like vanilla, if you like patchouli, if you like citrus, then why not go and try it? Because I mean, the gingembre was a heavy ginger fragrance. The fig is a heavy fig with citrus. That one seems like it's going to be vanilla, patchouli, and citrus. So if you like those, I mean, they are pretty self-explanatory. My first niche fragrance was Leighton. Mine was Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, and that was 6 years before I even had a channel. And then I didn't buy another niche fragrance for 6 years. But that was my first niche fragrance. But very interesting that it was Leighton for you. That was one of my first 6 or 7. Um, okay. Damn, that sounds great. Yeah, it's really good. I would definitely recommend trying it. Um, Fig and Gris Charnel are the only figs I like so far. Gris Charnel is really good. All other fig fragrances are too leafy green for me. Yeah, this one isn't leafy green. It has kind of like this green undertone, but it's not too polarizing. So I can completely understand. And I do agree, like Fico de Amalfi has that fig tree in dirt. I completely agree. I said that when I first got it. You guys can go back. I think I have a video from like 2022. I think I have a video where I'm like, yeah, that's a little bit too earthy for me. I don't like that fragrance very much. It was one of the first fragrances that I reviewed when I had a channel. So, um, yeah, this one definitely doesn't do that. This is a lot more fresh, clean, effervescent, and doesn't have any of that dirtiness to it. Molinard Fig is a wonderful freshie when I'm in need of a break of my overly citrus heavy summer fragrances. That's right, the fig definitely masks the citrus. So while you do get that lemon in there, and a little bit almost like a lemon verbena is what I'm guessing it might be, like a little bit of a green tone underneath it, but it's a very beautiful mixture. And then it has this kind of amber woody base, which I really like about it. But we are at the bottom, so let's get into the next one. We're going to go with Kenzo Power. I know nothing about this fragrance. I know absolutely zero. Don't know what it's about. Haven't smelled it. Haven't even heard the name before, so. I wasn't expecting this to be like super citrus fresh. That's really nice, actually. Mo, where did you hear about this fragrance? Definitely citrus, like a lemony, bergamot, maybe a little bit of orange mixed together. A little bit of spice. This reminds me of something. It's floral. What is that fucking reminding me of? There's like a jasmine. Like a creamy jasmine. Mo knew what he was doing when he sent me this fragrance. He knew what he was doing when he sent me this fragrance. Where is he? Mo, are you still here? So, there's a fragrance that I've been telling you guys is one of the hidden gems in the fragrance community, especially if you like florals or even if you don't like florals, but you enjoy them sometimes. Tom Ford's Soleil Neige. It is like a creamy jasmine labdanum, sandalwood, vanillic mixture that dries down into this kind of like almost resinous, creamy, woody tone. This fragrance smells like a citrusy version of that. That is fantastic. That is a 9. Oh, I love this stuff. This is really good. It's not the highest quality, but I don't care. This is right up my alley. I really enjoy this stuff. Yo. So, again, this is Kenzo Power. And I was just typing it in. It comes out to be about $45. It seems like it's an older fragrance. Let's see when it came out. Where can I find that at? Maybe Fragrantica? Okay. Kenzo Power is a woody, spicy fragrance for men. Power was launched in 2008. Oliver Olivier Pohl. I'm guessing that I know that name, and I know I just pronounced the name wrong of the perfumer, but cardamom, coriander, and bergamot. Mid notes are flowers, but it's obviously jasmine. And the base notes are tolu, balsam, labdanum, and cedar. And it's advertised as a floral, aromatic, amber, warm, spicy citrus fragrance. And it is compared to, and here we go, Soleil Neige. Soleil Neige is the number 2. So Kenzo Power, the original, is the one. I guess there's Power Cologne. That's the number 1 that's compared to. But the second one is Tom Ford's Soleil Neige. And I still like Soleil Neige a bit better because this is a little bit more creamy. And this one has more of that ambery vibe. This one is just a little bit brighter, more fresh. What's up, Patrick? This is Kenzo Power! What's up, Patrick? Setting the day is Louis Vuitton's Imagination. We were just talking about that. Hopefully you're doing well, man. So, Kenzo Power. The quality is not like close to the Tom Ford, so I still say Tom Ford's this fragrance is a little bit better. But as far as the scent profile for $46 with price just mapped into that, yeah, it's a sweet, not overly floral. So while they're categorizing it as a full floral, I'm not getting a full floral, so maybe it'll dry down into that. Right now I'm getting citrus, I'm getting florals, I'm getting a little bit of this ambery undertone. I think it's a beautiful, bright, fresh, clean, crisp, centric fragrance that has a little bit of florally undertone. And I think that it's Kenzo Power is definitely like an 8.5 to a 9. I need to wait till the dry down and not overreact about it, but just based on the opening, I would easily say that's a 9 with the price factored in. And I think that price outweighs the quality. I think this is kind of on par with like designers, like $40, $50 designers that are on discounters as far as the quality is concerned. So it's not like overly synthetic, but just in comparison to the other fragrance that I compared it to, which is higher quality, it smells great and it's not noticeably noticeable. It's just that's what is weighing my decision between an 8.5 and a 9. But Kenzo Power is great. So Mo, thank you very much for sending that. I think that it is absolutely fantastic. But anyway, it's from the last bits of my sample. Imagination smells nice, but there are better options for LV freshies. Yeah, like Pacific Chill. But Imagination is my second favorite of the ones I've tried. I've tried Afternoon Swim, Imagination, Pacific Chill, Louis Vuitton Lovers, which is terrible. I haven't tried Meteor yet, but I tried L'Immensity, but that's my third favorite. That was the one I was trying to think of. But Imagination is my second favorite. It's just I won't buy a bottle because there's other fragrances out there I own that have similar vibes to it. like I said, YSL's Low Maltine has a very similar style of fragrance to that of Louis Vuitton's Imagination. Anyway, going into the next one, which is Nikos Sculpture Parfum. Another one that I have absolutely no idea I've never tried a Nikos fragrance before. So this is called Nikos Sculpture Parfum. I can already smell that, and I don't think I'm going to like it. Very strong. Very powdery. I'm the odd man out. I like LV lovers. It smells like dried pickles. But if you like it, you like it. People like things like, I think what else smells like dried pickles? That Santal 33 Le Labo. Um, I hate that. It smells like dry, moldy pickles, but there's people out there that love it. It just depends on where you live. And based on your name, Aussie Fragrance, I'm guessing you are from Australia. And I know a lot of people who like it that live in the United States live in Florida or California because of that heat. So maybe that reacts different on the skin in the warm weather, like the real hot weather areas. I'm not sure. It's just I sprayed it on and it is not for me. But with that said, I mean, people like fragrances. That's what the fragrance community is all about. You like it. Some people don't like it. My favorite is Pacific Chill. I have it right over there. That's why I keep looking over there because I have my bottle over there. My wife is drowning through that stuff. Um, you're from Tampa, Florida. Florida. I completely got that wrong. Well, there you go. Tampa, Florida. Oh man, my brother lives in Tampa, Florida. I hope you're safe. Did you get out? I know it's coming on Wednesday, and you guys already got hit because my brother, he has about this much water going up on his screen door right now, like glass door. But I hope that you're safe. And if you're not safe, get safe. Currently, I'm in Punta Gorda, getting the fuck out of Dodge for this hurricane. Well, hopefully you stay safe. Hopefully your family and anybody that you know stays safe. But yeah, happy that you're here and alive. Okay, Nikos Sculpture Parfum, powdery spice. No, I know there's gonna be people that like this fragrance. It's just not the style of fragrance that I like. You guys know my thoughts on powders, and this is a powder bomb. It kind of smells like an amouage as well. Like almost like if you took amouage like Reflection Man or something and did your own like a little bit more powdery twist to it. I don't even know. Do they have these ones online, like as far as like the note breakdown and stuff? Yeah, I don't like that. Nikos Sculpture Parfum. I've heard it, so I'm guessing they do have it somewhere. It's just not one that I've like. People don't mention it in Scent of the Days or anything like that. Amber citrus, white floral, vanilla aromatic. There's not even a powdery tone on there. What? That is not right. Okay, so there's also tonka and stuff like that in it, but so the notes are orange blossom, bergamot, lemon, mandarin orange. I get literally none of that in the opening. I do get some orange blossom, but I mean like the citruses, not really. Lily of the Valley, I can see. Jasmine, not really. Geranium. Tonka bean is what is heavy in this, but it's not that sweet vanillic tonka. It's the powder from the tonka. Um, yeah, this smells like a feminine version of there's the Amouage. Did I say Amouage Reflection? Yep, Amouage Reflection Man. It smells like a twist on that with a little bit more of like this, almost like a effervescent citrus. Oh, that's not it. I just saw this. It's the fourth one mentioned, and while it doesn't smell like this one, it smells like Xerjoff Udin Overdose. It shows Xerjoff Udin, but I like Xerjoff Udin a lot more. Um, this smells like Xerjoff Udin Overdose. So now that I'm thinking of that, that one comes across like a powdery floral. So maybe the orange blossom and the jasmine and the tonka mixed together is just providing a lot of that powder for me. But yeah, it's a heavy powdery Amouage reflection meets um, Zerjoff's Uden overdose. That's basically what you're getting from this. And my guess is when it dries down, you're going to get more of that tonka coming in, which is going to then mix together with the benzoin, providing a little bit more of a creamy tone, which may come across closer to the original Uden. I don't know. I don't know yet. But with that said, um, so I have it behind me. I just don't know where the hell it is. Yeah, there it is. Zerjoff Uden. This one, when you first spray it on, people say it smells like Edition Blanche. Edition Blanche is more of that lemon cream pie. And while this is like a citrus medley cream pie, because there is a bunch of citruses, not just lemon. So like it's like a citrus cream pie. But as it starts to dry down, it is a completely different, it's like a 180, and they turn it into more of like, they take that citrus cream pie, they remove the citrus, put that cream pie underneath it, and then on top of it, you get booze and coffee. So the dry down of it after like 30 minutes is a creamy, slightly woody booze and coffee fragrance. And so that's why this one doesn't smell like that. But I'm saying once it starts to dry, this Nikos sculpture, I'm guessing it's going to start getting a little bit more of that creamy tone, which is why some people put Uden. But I think that they meant Uden overdose because this is a lot more floral, and Uden overdose doesn't smell like Uden really at all. It has pieces of it, but it way dialed down with a really heavy floral overtone. So I was thinking that as I was saying it. I was like, I said cream pie, and then I said you take away that citrus and you just have that cream pie, and then you take it down. Yeah, I'm gonna take that cream pie and put it. I was thinking that as I said it, King Elias. So you're not the only one. What's up, Tarek? How you doing, buddy? What are your top 5 favorite fragrances of 2024 so far? All right, so right now, I can say the first release of the year, the first initial, whether it's designer, niche, indie, doesn't matter. The first release of this year was Boss the Scent Elixir. That is still in my top 5. That fragrance is still a really, really good fragrance, and I don't care what anybody else says. Eau d'Ombre Leather is right in my top 5, firmly in my top 5. There's gonna be one that I miss because I can't think of all the new releases right off the top of my head right now. Um, Jeez, you're putting me on the spot because I'm trying to think of what. Coastal Carolina Parfums Outer Banks is a great release this year. Um, I like the Mugler's Amen Phantasm, so that might be in my top 5. I also know Copper Still Shine Punch might be in my top 5 as well. Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir was a really good one. Um, there's one more that I'm missing. I can't for the life of me think of it. If I think about it in a second, but those ones are some of the ones that I really am enjoying from this year. But my favorite release so far this year is definitely, I mean, it's 100% Coastal Carolina Parfums Outer Banks. 100%. I mean, it's virgin island water with ambergris. With watermelon and ambergris. You can't really go wrong with that. I actually tried Lafayette Street, and Lafayette Street was a bit too kind of polarizing fruity for me, and so while I do enjoy the fragrance, the Uden, I decided I like better. But it's also more down the road of the style of fragrance I like, and it's a lot more seasonal. Like you can wear it in different seasons, while find Lafayette Street to be more seasonal, which is what I meant to say originally. But I think Uden is the better of the two. I think they're both nice fragrances, though. My nose could be trash, but they give me some very similar vibes, at least in the opening. What, Uden and Uden Overdose? Uden and Lafayette Street definitely have similar vibes, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I agree. I missed your thoughts on the new Tumi. What did you say? I think that it smells great. I think it smells like just like what Mo said, because I said it smelled like almost if you took a minty blue and mix it together with a L'Or Homme Sport or Versace Pour Homme, like that kind of creamy woody citrus. It smells like Versace Pour Homme. As soon as you spray it on, it smells like that. But about like 10 seconds in, it starts to get this kind of minty blue. So it's basically take Mont Blanc Legend Blue and mix that together with either a L'Or Homme Sport or Versace Pour Homme, and that is what it smells like. It is definitely worth the money that it's going for right now on Macy's Friends and Family sale, which is like 148. That is designer prices, and I think outside of designers, this is a great release, great bottle. So, I mean, I'm going to give it an 8.5. I think it's a really nice fragrance. I ended up buying L'Immensity in Paris, which is my first LV. Nice. After the VAT tax returns, it was 270 for 100 mil. Can't beat that, Patrick. Cannot beat 270 for an LV. I can't believe somebody is finally reviewing Molinard Figue. It is an extraordinary and beautiful fragrance. Darth, it is great. I absolutely love the fragrance. I was very hesitant because people were comparing it to a fragrance that I don't like, which is Acqua di Parma's Fico de Amalfi. But then I tried it out and it's better. It's better in every way, shape, or form. Again, it reminds me of if you took a non-earthy version of Fico de Amalfi, you kind of bumped up this kind of effervescent feeling. It's like a sparkling aura of citrus, like lemon and fig, and then you mix that together with the women's light blue intense. I think it's a great unisex fragrance. Any Comme des Garçons fragrances you would recommend? I haven't tried. Oh, I've tried two, but I don't remember the names, so I wouldn't be able to help you out. And if I don't remember them, it's not because I didn't like them. It's because I try too many fragrances. So two, I'm sorry I can't help you out, but Comme des Garçons is not a fragrance brand that we have in the United States that you can try just on demand. So the only way I can get those fragrances is if I get somebody sending me a decant. And somebody sent me two of them last year, and I tried them out on a live stream, and I don't remember what my thoughts are. And I don't remember the names, so I apologize. I recommend their Taylor Chucks too. Oh, talking to two. Okay, I got you. I also went with Major Iris Hall over here. Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Parfum, Dior Homme Original, and Celine Black Tie, which I love. That is a lot of Iris. Those are some good pickups, though. My favorite of all of those is the Dior Homme Intense. I love that fragrance. Anyway, so we got two left. Then we have Mizensir Perfect Oud. Not Oud Perfect, which is what I put in the thumbnail. I thought it said Oud Perfect, but I was dyslexic. It is Perfect Oud. And the tape that he put on it is stuck. So let's see if I can get this unraveled before the end of the night. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get this unraveled. Not even kidding. It's stuck because it got wet. Well, that's what she said. Even though it wouldn't get stuck. All right, I think I got it. There we go. All right, so this is Mizensir, which is actually what Molinard Gingembre is, a very inexpensive version of Mizensir's Eau de Gingembre. Well, this is Mizensir Perfect Oud. They are very expensive fragrances, so just be weary when thinking about whether to buy this based on my... That doesn't smell like oud. I can smell it in the air. I don't even need to put it up to my nose. It smells like ombre leather. It smells like ombre leather. I love ombre leather, so it smells great. It's just ombre leather is like $100. And this is what? Let's see what the price is. Perfect Oud. Mizensir. I can't trust that site. So $165. So I guess that's not bad. I thought the other one was more expensive, the Eau de Gingembre. But 165 bucks. Yeah, it smells like there's a little bit of woods coming in, but it smells like ombre leather. It has a little bit of a fruitiness to it. Definitely has a little bit of fruitiness to it. But it's ombre leather with a slight touch of woods and a slight little bit of fruity tones. Um, is Leighton anything like Eros? I don't like Eros. Leighton is nothing like Eros. Eros is powdery vanilla. Leighton is kind of like it's minty apple that has an ambery overtone across the entire fragrance. It's nothing that you've smelled before if you are thinking like it doesn't smell like uh, Versace Eros at all. I don't like Versace Eros either, but it doesn't smell anything like it. But I wouldn't recommend blind buying Leighton if that's what you were trying to plan on. But if you get out to Nordstrom's or Bloomingdale's or something like that, they will have you can try it out. Um, but no, Leighton doesn't smell like Eros. It's more. I don't like Eros either, Gian. But Eros, I like Eros Flame, but all of the rest of the arrows kind of smell like the powder comes across very like almost like a grandma, in my opinion. That's the way that I've always thought about arrows, and my wife is kind of like I used to wear it like sporadically, the original arrows, and then my wife was like, "You smell kind of like an old lady," and I was like, "You're right." It just ever since then, it was just old lady in my head. But yeah, this is more minty apple. But Leighton, there is a crowd out there that finds it too minty. So I would definitely make sure that you try it before you buy it, because it's apparently it's not for everybody. But I do really enjoy it. It's the introductory niche fragrance out there that everybody, especially if you're in fall or going into fall, it's the number one like first niche fragrance that people have been buying. That and like Aventus or Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, but Leighton's definitely a very easy starting off point. Yeah, I don't like any of the three. I don't like the my least favorite is the EDP. I mean, I don't hate them. I just don't like them. Like I won't buy them. I think the best one is Eros Flame because it kind of gets rid of that powder and adds in the blood orange. I love Leighton too. That you got myself the biggest bottle for 300 bucks. I got my Leighton, the that one right. Whoop, I think that's the biggest bottle. Wow, there we go. Um, I think it's the biggest bottle in it, and I got it for $145 on Aura Fragrance. Um, you need to buy PDMs and not in person. You need to buy them on discounters. So I'm not even gonna continue with that fragrance. It's kind of ombre leather. So that we're talking about what were we talking about? Mizensir's Perfect Dude. It smells really nice, but it's such an ombre leather clone with like a little bit of fruits and woods underneath that I can't really even explain why you should buy that fragrance over the other ones. There's maybe it'll dry down differently, but it's so overpoweringly ombre leather that I don't need to go any further. It's just it's nice and I like ombre leather, so I mean, and it smells high quality, so it's an easy 8 plus. It's just I don't want to recommend something to somebody if they can buy ombre leather for 60 to $80 cheaper, and I think it's really nice. You got a 6.7 ounce of Leighton for 200. No, so that's not 6.7 ounces. I didn't know they sold 6.7 ounces. Do they sell 6.7 ounces? PDM 6.7 ounce. Yeah, they don't sell 6.7 ounces. I thought so. They sell 2.5 ounces and 4.2 ounces. Um, Silverino, you have a fantastic evening. But I have the 4.2 ounce. They've made 200 milliliters of Leighton and Percival. 200 milliliter Leighton. It doesn't say it. I mean, unless they sell it in overseas, um, it's just on the website here. All they have is 125 milliliters. They have the 75 and 125. So maybe overseas, it's just here they don't have the 200 milliliter. Um, I've never seen it at least, but with that said, I got mine. It's 125 milliliters, so the average size, Leighton, for 145 bucks. But if you put that into perspective, you would probably, if they did sell a 200 milliliter on that site, it would probably be 180 or so. So yeah, you would get it for sub 200. Um, Gian, you should get Bulgari Gian. Get something that I need to get. My last name is Beaver, so I need to get Zoologist Beaver. I think they have one called Zoologist Beaver. Just to have it in the middle of my collection. Anyway, so we have one left. This is AJMAL Evoke Midnight. I know nothing about this either. I know that a company called AJMAL, so I'm guessing the same company. They contacted me like that was a year ago, and they asked to send me these 4 or 5 fragrances, and I said 3 of those are women's fragrances, and my moderator Mo said, "Hey, you should ask if they'll send you this one. It just was released and it's for men." So I said, "Hey, instead of sending me 3 of those fragrances, can you just replace it with this one?" And they said, "Deal off." I was like, "All right, bye." Like, I don't care. You were the one who asking me to do your reviews. But this is Evoke Midnight, and I think this is the one that Mo wanted me to try anyway. Damn, I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm gonna get it. People call me Gio all the time. So Aqua de Joe. There you go. So Gian, am I saying your name right? Gian? I'm guessing like Gio, it's Gian. Like Gian or Gian. If it's Gian, put G dash on. If it's Gian, just put on. Just so I know. I don't want to. I hate saying people's names wrong, especially if they're in here all the time. I can't really smell. This smells spicy. That's all it smells like, though. Yeah, I'm not really getting much from it. Just like almost like an ambery, spicy fragrance. That's very synthetic. Um, like maybe like a coriander cardamom mixture or something like that. I don't know if I'm going anosmic from just smelling 6 other fragrances within an hour, but let's see what they say. Of AJMAL Evoke Midnight. It's it's very just aromatic spiced. Dirty. Um so it says main accords are warm, spicy, sweet, fruity. No. So warm, spicy, I agree, but sweet and fruity, no. Musky, powdery, violet, patchouli. It says the notes are raspberry, pink pepper, mandarin. Is there something with me and raspberry? Because everybody's obsessed with Tumi 19 degree. And it's funny because they actually compare it to Tumi 19 degree. Um, but lately, raspberry in fragrances has been giving me this odd earthy tone that I really don't like. And so I don't know if it's just raspberry in fragrances because I don't smell very many. Tuscan leather, I get the same thing from. So I'm starting to think that maybe that's what it's coming from, but or this is just a very overpoweringly spicy fragrance. It doesn't smell bad. It just smells very Middle Eastern. Um, it smells like if you were over in the Middle East, which I'm not sure if many of you guys have been there, and you smell, they have a lot of incenses burning, and it kind of smells like that. Just kind of like spicy, semi-woody. It's not giving me a sweet fruitiness, maybe a little bit, but Yeah, and it's synthetic as hell. I wouldn't recommend purchasing that. Um, I'm just reading to see if anybody else. So people are saying it's a modern version of Mont Blanc Individuel. Same raspberries. So Mont Blanc Individuel, not a huge fan of. Um, yeah, see, a lot of people are saying it's like overbearing spice. Smells like Tuscan leather or Tumi 19 degree, but if it was very, very, very not safe to blind buy. Yeah, I agree with all of that. It's very boring fragrance. I mean, it's not necessarily boring because it's overpowering, but it's like just very Middle Eastern spice, but not much else. Surprise, mofo. I don't know what y'all talking about. And Dexter is also great. Sergeant O. So you could have wrote it out. Surprise, motherfucker. I love Sergeant Dokes and Dexter. That was fantastic. Not just a lab geek, are we? Howdy, Randy in chat. Sorry about being late, Dakota. It's fine, but we are about to end the stream because I have to get off by 9 o'clock. That's what she said. Um, Not you, but some person out there. Um, but I just finished Dexter, and apparently they're coming out with season 2 of the Dexter reincarnated thing with his son after his son killed him, and apparently he's gonna be in it. So I'm guessing he's gonna not die again. But yeah, apparently there's a season 2 of that coming out. But with that said, out of all of these fragrances, so again, we tried Molinard Figue, Tumi Dusk, Kenzo Power, Perfect Oud by Mizensir, Sculpture Parfum, and Evoke Midnight. The least favorite is Sculpture Parfum, like by a mile. Then Evoke Midnight because it's just boring and very synthetic. My third favorite, or fourth least favorite, I guess, is Perfect Oud by Mizensir, but it's actually nice fragrance. People are gonna like it. If you like ombre leather, it's kind of just like that with a little bit of oud and wood, a little bit of oud wood and a little bit of fruitiness underneath it. Then I would say Tumi Dusk is number 3. I think it's a great take on like a blue minty version of Allure Homme Sport or Versace Pour Homme. Very easy wear. I definitely recommend buying it. I wouldn't spend too much on it though. Kenzo Power, really, really nice fragrance. Um, Smells like a citrus version of Soleil Neige, and I like it a lot. And my favorite is Molinard's Fig or Figue. I think that it's one of the best fig, if not the best fig fragrance I've ever tried. Um, anyway, yeah, from Los Pollos Humanos. Now we're going the other way. Y'all, you guys are talking about some of my favorite shows out there. That's Breaking Bad. That's Chicken Brothers. For anybody who doesn't know what Pollos Hermanos means. Um, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything before I get out. I almost banned you, Gian, by accident. No way, Patrick. I was about to as well. I almost bought Blue Talisman until I found out it's a clone of Azaro's. It's definitely not a Chrome Pure clone. Patrick, no. Absolutely, I have Chrome Pure, and I have a decan of Pure Talisman that I've actually 2 of them, and are Pure Talisman, Blue Talisman. They are not even close. Like they are old lady versus baby child boy. Like completely different things that are in completely different worlds. I mean, it's one, there's really not that big of a pear note in Chrome Pure, and 2, Blue Talisman is literally a juicy pear. That's what the fragrance smells like. It's a juicy pear. They are nowhere close. So yeah, the notes might be similar, but I would never go by that because the notes that companies want to share with you are only the notes that they want you to focus on. And back when Chrome Pure came out, Chrome Zaro didn't even care what notes they shared with you. So that's so yeah. Blue Talisman and I bought a Zaro Chrome Pure for yeah. They don't smell anything alike. So I mean, have you got Chrome Pure in yet? Because you'll see when you get it in, and they smell nothing alike. I mean, not even minuscule amount. It's listen. How can I put this? It is Azaro's the most wanted meets Tom Ford's ombre leather. That's how different they are. What's up, Giancarlo? How you doing, buddy? Bond number 9, Bleecker Street. Bleecker Street, as you know, we've got an argument, like not an argument, but kind of like a funny, haha, I can't believe you don't like that. I was sent Bleecker Street 2 months ago, and I finally tried it out. I was looking forward to it forever, and then I didn't like it. I I don't understand the appeal to that fragrance. I like the opening 2 minutes, and then it just gets very. I think it was earthy was the reason I didn't like it. But I tried to like it. I wore through all 4 or 5 milliliters that I had, and I didn't enjoy it. I just couldn't. It all depends on what your thoughts are on the brand. The easiest fragrance to wear from the house is Bond Number 9 Scent of Peace. It's basically their take on Aventus. That's going to be the one that's the most liked by people across the board, whether you're an everyday average Joe or a Fragcom enthusiast. For me, I like sweeter fragrances, so this is my favorite, Bond Number 9 New Harlem, which is like pancake syrup, stuff like that. Some people say Bleecker Street's the best, but I think that's nah, not for me. Some people think it's Bond Number 9's Lafayette Street. A lot of people think it's that .com. I think is what the name is, Bond Number 9.com. But it all depends on what your thoughts are on the brand. Woohoo! Just filmed my first video in like 10 days. Well, Mike, I feel you, man. I've been trying. It was hard for me to even get 3 videos out this week. I've been so busy with work and stuff. But why my upper lip starts to sweating when the camera turns on is a mystery. My mouth gets really dry whenever I start doing it, but that's mostly because I'm recording 4 or 5 videos in a row, and by the second or third video, after 12 minutes of straight talking, your mouth gets really dry. That's why I always have either water or ginger ale is always the best, but I always have water, ginger ale, or this to be able to loosen it up a bit. Anyway, I gotta go. I know my dog's eating right now, but I gotta go and get all the stuff cleaned up, watch a little bit of football, get ready for work tomorrow, and yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this live stream. Again, I won't have a video tomorrow because I have a bunch of meetings, but I will start my top 10 lists that you guys chose on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are going to be the top 10 videos you guys chose. And then we'll also have a live stream again next Monday. So hopefully you guys are having a great week. And if you are living in Florida or the surrounding areas, make sure to stay safe. I will see you guys next week and probably see you guys within other people's live streams this week. So peace out. Love everybody. Have a great night. Stay safe.